Imperial Presidency. That's what I'd like to talk about today. After the Vietnam War, Arthur Schlesinger Jr. wrote a great book called The Imperial Presidency, where he talked about the growth of presidential power, and it led to a ratcheting back of presidential power, the War Powers Act, the Congressional Budget Office being created, and stuff like that. Well, now we're right back with the Imperial Presidency, but going far beyond Lyndon Johnson's wildest dreams. President Obama has absolutely usurped the functions of Congress that are specified in our Constitution. In fact, he's done so much that we are really a lot nearer these days to a British parliamentary system in which we elect a president and he basically governs as a dictator for 4 or 5 years until we have a new election. And unfortunately, that's really been the hallmark of this administration. Just look at the imperial unilateral actions he's taken. He's unilaterally imposing new rules on union elections to eliminate the secret ballot. He's unilaterally imposing environmental rules on power companies and manufacturers in anticipation of global warming or to deal with global warming. He's decriminalized marijuana in states that have decriminalized it and are saying that the federal law prohibiting it will not be enforced in those states. He stopped evicting people under the DREAM Act, and I believe will probably stop deportations entirely as his response on immigration reform. He's announced that he's not going to seek minimum sentences, mandatory minimum sentences as a prosecutor, basically overriding the federal sentencing system. And he's taken all of these unilateral steps and many, many more. And he's then basically packed the appellate court so that it'll be sustained by the courts. He eliminated the filibuster rule in the Senate, and you now have virtually rubber-stamped confirmations of his judges who will in turn rubber-stamp these executive actions. And the entire democracy rests on David Kennedy's health, the swing vote on the Supreme Court to knock out some of these rules. But in the meantime, it's going to take 2 years or more to get this up to the Supreme Court. So a lot of Republicans in the House are saying, why don't we expedite the process and have the House of Representatives sue the president against some of these unilateral and imperial actions. Some people are saying that they may not have standing to do it, that they weren't hurt by this, that it needs an injured party. For example, a lot of the imperial actions are in the healthcare field, where you postpone the employer mandate, and you have to have someone who is hurt by that to bring the action. But it's worth a try, and it's terribly important that Congress stand up and do something about this incredible usurpation of executive authority. Thanks for watching. By the way, it's Christmas coming up, and we have these wonderful books about our dog Dubs, who goes to Washington and discovers the greatness of America in one book. Another one is Dubs Runs for President. Another one is Dubs Goes to Philadelphia. And in each of them, there are very cute poems and wonderful illustrations by Clayton Leota that show Dubs looking at all of the great sights. And it's really worth getting. And some of the verses in it are very cute. All men are created equal, Thomas Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence's most famous quote. If all men are equal, can it possibly be that dogs are equal too? Especially me? You can get it at Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com or DickMorris.com. Thanks for watching.